I'm actually lucky that I still have it on my PS3 because they removed it from the store um, a long time ago. Nick Ramen said Tales of Symphonia. Hell yeah, yeah, dude. I've really wanted to do a Tales of Symphonia live stream, but the only reason I never do it is because there's so much voice acting. Um, and also, it's kind of one of those games that like I don't really know like how far I could get in, because I keep these streams to like 2 hours, so I don't really know how far I could get. Um, let's see. Can you do like? I guess you can't do you can't do CRT or whatever. All right. All right, let's give it a shot. Do 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 do. I'll do Homer. Homer. I wonder if I should turn down the volume. It's probably gonna be louder. Well, I guess we'll see. Yeah, it's louder. There we go. Turn it down a bit. Pull up my chat. There we go. Neko Ramen said, yeah, I get it. Playing JRPG is very committal and takes a lot of time. Yeah. Like, I know some people stream games like that, and like, they'll do it in like, parts. And it works out for some people, but I don't know. We'll see. And I have done some, like I did Final Fantasy VI, and like I played up until like where is it, that purple octopus guy, like when you first get to him. I played up till that point, and then like I've done like some Legend of Zelda games and stuff, but then I just never go back. With that said, I always pop a few quarters in whenever I see the Simpsons arcade game. Yeah, how can you not? I actually have it on that behind me, that MVS X machine that I have, the Neo Geo. And my kid loves playing it. I want to say it was one of the first games that she actually beat. She played it all the way through and beat it. I haven't played this in a while. Man, The Simpsons used to be so fucking good. I miss The Simpsons. It definitely changed for the worse, though, at a certain point. But like that early stuff was fantastic. Get wrecked! Woohoo! This is one of those beat 'em ups that's like, it's held in such high regard. Like it's up there with like the Ninja Turtles games and like Golden Axe and shit. Go 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 go! Oh, I'm gonna lose. Ah, damn it. This doesn't work as well when you don't have a... Because when you're playing on an arcade, you can just like bang on the buttons. It's like easier. Krusty Land. Yeah, Konami did a really great job with this game. I mean, aside from that, like, that sort of, like, car one, where it's, like, open world and, like, you're in a car. It's like Grand Theft Auto, but it's, like, The Simpsons. Is it Hit and Run? Is it that one? Aside from that one, this is probably the best Simpsons game of all the Simpsons games. Neku Ramen said, is modern Simpsons really that bad? Don't watch much Simpsons other than the early seasons. I don't watch it either. I mean, I've heard that modern Simpsons is pretty terrible. But I'm just saying, like, I stopped watching, like, in the early 2000s. That's when it kind of, like, for me, started, like, being like, meh. Like, I remember the early Simpsons, like, it just, like, it had a different vibe as far as, like, the family dynamic and, like, Homer was actually, like, in the early stuff, like, Homer was actually, like, a good dad. Like, he was actually a good dude, and, like, I don't know, it was, like, it just felt different, and then it was, like, at a certain point, it just all became about, like, Homer's a fucking idiot, and he's gonna get hurt. You know what I mean? Like, a bear's gonna eat him or something, like, and that's just what it became, and I don't know, and, like, the original family dynamic went away, I feel like. Nekurama said, love Konami trying to beat Contra 3. The final level kicks my butt. Yeah, Contra 3 is pretty brutal. I streamed that one. If you go back and look at my old streams, I did. I think in one night I did Contra and Contra 3 and then Super C. I want to say I beat Contra 3. I know I beat Contra, and then I think I beat Contra 3, but then I didn't beat Super C. Like, I almost beat Super C, but I didn't beat it. Which was disappointing, because normally I can beat that game. But I think I was tired. Oh. Nekurama said, oh damn, I'll check this out after this stream. Yeah, dude, I think if you just go to, like just search Contra 3, because I'm pretty sure I uploaded a separate playthrough video. Oops. There we go. A separate playthrough video of Contra 3. And then, like, if you go to the description of that video, it'll link you to the full stream if you want to check it out. I played the Japanese version of Contra 3. A lot of people didn't know this back in the day. I think more people know now, but and you can do this if you have the Contra collection, but the American version doesn't have the Konami code, but the Japanese version has the Konami code, and, like, you can get 30 lives or whatever, which is helpful. The one that's the hardest for me is Contra Hardcore for Sega Genesis. That game is fucking brutal. Holy shit, is that game hard. It's, again, that's one of the ones that, like, it's easier if you play the Japanese version, because the Japanese version, you have they actually gave you a life bar. And then you realize that, oh, this is how it was meant to be played, because it's, like, it's still hard, but it's, like, it's not, you know, cheap. Whereas, like, the American version of it feels, like, super cheap. And that's because, I think, because it was originally supposed to have a life bar. And I've talked about this before, but, like, that's because, like, the American ports of video games, a lot of times, they would make them way more difficult in the United States than they were in Japan, because, like, there was, like, this concept of, like, oh, if we make games, like, really, really hard, then it's gonna make money in rentals. Like, people are gonna rent them more if they're super hard. So that was their reasoning behind making the American versions like way harder sometimes. Neguramen said, what the hell, the Konami code doesn't exist in US Contra 3? Nope. That's the Japanese one. Neguramen said, I actually play the Contra collection, so I better play the Japanese version. Yeah, it's doable with the Konami code for sure. It's still hard, but it's doable. Oh, get wrecked. Fuck. That last boss fight is for Contra 3 is super fun though. With the like spinning wheel of like you don't know what version you're gonna get of the boss. Neku Ramen said gotta try out Contra Hardcore sometime. Yeah, definitely play. Well, play the American version so you can see how fucking hard it is. Give it your best shot, and then you'll probably realize like, wow, this is super hard, and then just go play the Japanese version. And don't get me wrong, the Japanese version is still super fucking hard. And it's gonna take a lot of trial and error and memorization, but it's doable. Like, you won't beat it your first try probably, but it's fun. Neckarome said, dude, Contra games stress me out more than playing Souls games. Oh yeah, dude. I think a lot of people who play like retro games, like, I remember the whole like when the whole like Souls video games became a thing and were like super popular, and people were like, oh, they're the hardest games of all time and blah blah blah. Like, I get it, they're difficult, right? But it's like, man, some of you people didn't grow up playing fucking, yeah, like Contra games. You didn't grow up playing NES games, because it's like, those games are fucking way harder than Dark Souls. Like, come on. Like, Dark Souls is really more just like, I mean, yeah, you gotta figure out like enemy patterns and stuff and boss patterns and shit, but it's like, once you figure it out, it's really with Dark Souls, for me at least, it's like, it's just, you gotta have patience is what it is. But, yeah, I don't think they're really as hard as everybody makes them out to be. It's like a different kind of difficulty, I guess. Like Roman said, can confirm many NES games are actually harder than the Souls games, not even joking. Oh yeah, dude. Like, those games are like a walk in the park compared to certain NES games. Also, like, not even just NES, but also like Sega Genesis games. There's some really brutally difficult Sega Genesis games. Like, it's funny, like, you know, there's games that are like super popular, like Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff, but it's like, even Sonic the Hedgehog, like, those games aren't like, they're no slouch. They can be pretty difficult too. And those are like mainstream fucking video games. They're way harder than Mario, in my opinion. I never found the Mario games really difficult. The only one that I've ever found difficult of the Mario games is the very first like just Super Mario Brothers. That one can be pretty hard, but like the other ones I never really found that hard. Which reminds me, that's another game that I started on a stream but never finished that I want to come back to at some point is Super Mario World. I never got to finish that one. Get wrecked! Do, 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 do. Alright, we're level 9 now. So like 3 more? I think there's 7 levels. The graphics are so good for this. Oh. Sasquatch. I had just posted a thing on X about Sasquatch. I was asking if people believed in Sasquatch. Because he's like the one... I was saying that I'm Sasquatch agnostic. I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of Sasquatch. I can see the argument both ways. Nakuraman said, I remember thinking Super Mario Bros. Is pretty easy, only for the game to kick my butt also. Modern Mario games are still fun, but way too easy. Yeah. I think a lot of modern video games are... They're too easy. In a lot of cases. But again, it's that sort of like, you know... And a lot of those games are mainstream too, but it's like that thing of where like I think they feel like they have to cater to everyone, you know what I mean? Like they're not, in a lot of cases, they're not catering to gamers who like, you know, want a challenge or whatever. They're just catering to like, I don't know, like just casual gamers, I guess. Because there definitely used to be like a, you know, people talk about gatekeeping and whatever. Like there wasn't necessarily any real gatekeeping. The actual gate to gaming was difficulty. You know what I mean? Like you either got good at video games and then you got into it, or you tried them and you're like, these are too hard. I don't like them. They're frustrating. You know. But it's like now it's like, yeah. The catering to everyone thing has definitely lowered difficulty in general. Damn it. I wonder how many quarters I would have used at this point. Probably more than I would have wanted to. Damn it. Got him. I played that. What was the most recent Mario game? Was it Mario Universe? Is that what it was called? Or something like that? I know it got a lot of like universal praise and everybody talked about it and said it was great, but like I didn't really get into it. I was kind of I don't know. It was part of that, like it felt pretty easy, and then also like I don't know, like I don't know what it was. Like it just didn't stick with me. Like I didn't really feel like, oh, like I really want to come back and play this for some reason. Nakamura said Mario Odyssey. Not Odyssey, it's the most recent 2D one. What is it called? I can't think of the name of it right now. Fuck, what was it called? Not Galaxy, because those are the 3D ones. It's whatever the most recent 2D Mario game was. And to be fair, I didn't really like Mario Odyssey all that much either. What I did like was I enjoyed, and it wasn't even like a full sort of game, but I enjoyed Bowser's Fury. I thought that game was pretty cool. Ah, there we go, yeah. Nekarama said Super Mario Wonder. Yeah, Super Mario Wonder, that's the one. Yeah, like, I never finished it, because I don't know, like, I kind of got bored with it, to be honest. Roy said, isn't Mario an elephant in that new one? Yeah, you can get, like, a power-up where he turns into an elephant. Yeah, I don't know, I got bored with it. Bowser's Fury was really cool, though. I had a blast with that one. Nekurama said Mario Odyssey movement is smooth like butter, but the game needs to be harder. Yep. It was way too easy. Like, holy shit, it was way too easy. But that's why I liked Bowser's Fury. It felt like I liked the challenge. It could be challenging and stuff, and it's just short. It's not a full game is the only problem with that. It was more of like it felt like a glorified demo, I guess, in a way. I wish it had been a more full game. It's the raw hammer. But yeah. But I like that whole thing of, like, you know, Bowser getting really big, and then it kind of had like a Castlevania 2 vibe where it was like you had daytime, and then when the night came it was more difficult kind of vibe. Shit. Ah! Oh! Fucking dropped his raw hammer on me. Fucking bowling ball. Wow, I cannot line myself up to hit this thing. Shit. Get wrecked. Ugh. Shooting bowling pins at me. Come on. Nope. Gotta be near the end of this. There we go. Nekurama said Bowser Big Form and Bowser's Fury is a top tier design. Yeah, it's super cool, dude. I was really impressed with that game. Like, that was probably like the last, like, of the more like modern Mario games that I actually had a lot of fun with.
Hey, wake up and ready? Go!
Wake up. Wake up. Second place. I'll take it. Alright. We're nearing the end. Oh, this is the end. Stage 7. Okay. Shit. Ah! Neku Ramen said it was during season 1 of Simpsons that Konami was like, yeah, this would make a good beat 'em up. Yeah. Man, Simpsons Mania was no joke in the early 90s. It was fucking crazy. Like, just everybody was saying shit like "eat my shorts" and it's funny that like Homer became kind of like the sort of like more famous character and like the more beloved character, because like in the early 90s it was all about Bart Simpson. Like they really pushed Bart Simpson as like the mascot. Like, I mean, I know I had a Bart Simpson shirt. Like everybody had a Bart Simpson shirt. And then they made like all those Bart Simpson video games, like. But people just really ended up just wanting Homer. Ended up being the main dude. But yeah, Simpsons Mania and like Bart Mania was pretty big. I remember it too, like, it was during that, like, early 90s, like, where you were kind of having, like, a lot of, like, it was kind of like a precursor to, like, the sort of, like, freak out that everybody had about violent video games. But I remember there was always, like, all this controversy with, like, you know, should kids be really watching The Simpsons? Like, you would see all these, like, news stories about, like, parents shouldn't probably be letting their kids watch The Simpsons and shit like that. My parents let me watch it. I wasn't sheltered. Like, my parents let me just kind of like, whatever. I listened to whatever music, I fucking watched whatever I wanted, played whatever video games. I always say that I'm kind of like living, walking proof that like all of that stuff was like completely unnecessary and silly. Like, oh, if you play violent video games or if you watch horror movies and, you know, if you watch The Simpsons when you're too young, like, you're gonna grow up to be a fucking serial killer and all this bullshit. It's like, nope. Actually turned out to be a pretty normal, decent dude. So, all that shit was stupid. I think it was kind of just like more like, it's more about like if your parents are just like present, I think, more than anything. Like if your parents are present and, you know, teach you what is real and what's not real, then it's like, it doesn't really matter what you're watching on TV or what video games you're playing. Come on. Although I guess I do have a potty mouth, but maybe I got that from too many R-rated movies. I don't remember this fucking ninja part being so long. Neku Ramen said, I remember my older bro introduced me to South Park. Then started cussing first thing in front of them. My parents got hella mad at my bro. Yeah. Yeah, I was already older when South Park came out. I might have even already been 18, I think, maybe when it came out. If I wasn't 18, I was pretty close to being 18 when that shit first came out. But yeah, it was pretty controversial at the time, I guess. It's crazy that it's lasted this long too. I mean, it's fucking still around. I guess even crazier, honestly, is that The Simpsons are still around. That's crazy. crazier than South Park still being around. It's crazy that The Simpsons are still around too, because like I actually don't know anybody that watches The Simpsons. So it's like, it makes it extra surprising that there's new fucking episodes. I also don't know anybody that really watched the when they brought back King of the Hill. Like I saw like a couple of things when it premiered, like maybe a couple people were like, oh, like there was like a meme about, I forget, there was some meme going around about it, but other than that, then it was like it just kind of like dropped off the face of the earth, and then like nobody talked about the King of the Hill reboot. I personally have no interest in seeing it. I thought that the original series ended perfectly, so I don't really want to see a King of the Hill continuation. But I'm assuming it wasn't really, it couldn't have been that great if like, at least nobody I know was talking about it. Other than like when it first premiered, but that was kind of it. I think we've kind of hit like peak remake, reboot, redo, whatever, like bringing back old series. Like I think people are just fucking over it at this point. I think people just want new stuff at this point. Nakurama said Hank Hill is pretty much a meme, that it's kind of a big deal with him being in Fortnite. Oh, is he in Fortnite? Jesus. That's crazy. I like how Call of Duty is basically Fortnite now, with all the like fucking DLC fucking characters and shit. Like, it's crazy. Like every time I see like people on social media talking about like the new like DLC for Call of Duty, I'm like, what the fuck is this game anymore? Like, holy shit, it's ridiculous. Wrecked. Blew himself up. Alright, final boss. Robo Burns. I remember he has like multiple stages, I think. Oh shit. I really wish I could figure out how to properly stream PC games on here. Which I'm sure I will at some point, because this is making me, because of the graphics, it's reminding me a little bit of Sam and Max Hit the Road. I've really wanted to stream Sam and Max Hit the Road. It's one of my favorite games of all time. And I feel like that would be a really fun stream to do. Roy said still got to pick up Battlefield 6, but probably closer to Christmas. Oh yeah, you played the demo, right, Roy? I think you said it was good, if I remember. Nekurama said, wait, seriously, never thought Call of Duty have DLC characters. Yeah. It's not just that they have DLC characters, it's like the DLC characters are just fucking insane. Like Ninja Turtles and shit. Roy said the demo was fun. Oh, okay, awesome. Roy, is Battlefield 6 like set in modern times, or is it like one of those like where it's like World War II or something like that, or what's the era, I guess, for the new Battlefield? Shit. I think the last Battlefield game that I played was the one that was like, it was like set in World War II or something like that. That was the last one I played. I don't know if that was 5 or... Oh, okay, so Roy said it's modern but not futuristic, like 2042. Oh, okay. That's cool. Neku Ramen said Ninja Turtles and Call of Duty. Asked me, would never believe that. Wow. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that they're in it. Shit. Weren't they also in fucking Mortal Kombat? Or maybe not Mortal Kombat, it was I think I'm thinking of Injustice. The Injustice 2 game, I think they were DLC in that. Direct. Got him. Hell yeah, brother. Neku Ramen said, yeah, Injustice 2, yeah. Hey. Maggie! Alright. I'm glad I decided to add this one to the end. I mean, it added 30 minutes to the stream, but whatever. Pretty fun. Looks like I unlocked the Japanese ROM. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is a great game, man. Definitely a 10 out of 10 video game. Like, it never gets old, too. Like, I've been playing it since the early 90s, and it's like... It's just still just as fun as it was back then. I like that we get the actual theme here. This game was one of the first games where I was like, oh, I think we're going to have a problem with digital stores. Because it got removed from the store, and I was like, oh, they can do that, huh? They could just take games out of the store. So I was like, oh, man. Modern gaming might not be as fun as it's cracked up to be.